Really, Yugioh? This is what you do? We're 2 episodes in, and this is what you do. Okay, let's start off with what I am talking about. So, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains episode 2, we got our first duel, but it's not a normal duel, and it's not a duel we've ever seen before. It's not card games on motorcycles. It's not card games on pink hippos. And it is not, sadly, as I was hoping for, card games on the toilet. Instead, it's card games on hoverboards, but with the Duel Links format. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is a mobile game that Konami released that simplifies Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot to attract, a general audience and players. So it's 3 monster zones, 3 spell and trap card zones, no pendulums, no synchros, no XCs. And the majority of cards are from the original era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the late 90s, early 2000s, however you choose to look at it. And a lot of people like it. I am very indifferent to it. I have it. I've played it a couple times. I'm really not a fan of that era of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't care about GOAT format or anything like that. So it really does nothing for me, but I know a lot of people love it. But it did annoy me when I saw that Speed Duels use Duel Link format, and I honestly believe it is just because Duel Links is popular. Some of you may disagree with me, that's fine, but I think realistically the reason it is being done this way is so that way the people who get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Through Duel Links or get back into it through Duel Links can get easier transition into the show. Now yes, this is a smart decision, but still, I'm sick of all the stupid gimmicky duels. Just give me some flat-out card game action. No silly gimmicks, no silly jokes, and then we get the next ridiculous gimmick, everyone gets a cheat. I don't know if this is in Duel Links. Again, I've barely played it. But, so apparently when you're in a speed duel, and I understand they say that speed duels are rare and don't happen much, but apparently in a speed duel, you get like your own cheat. Like the one guy could draw 2 cards. They said a couple others. I don't really remember. This is from last night. And look, I understand that the draw 2 was something the Knights of whatever invented themselves. I understand this. It's still bullshit. And then it's like Yusaku. His special power is if his life points are less than 1,000, he just gets a random new card, like from a data storm. Like, what is that? First up, does this mean he has no extra deck? In which case, will he only ever link summon when his life points are less than 1,000? Does he just get a new monster every episode? Like, does he physically have Decode Talker now? Like, it's all these little things that might not seem like a big deal, but when you think about it, kind of are. And the other one, and the last big sin I have to talk about, is that when Yusaku fell off the board and he was falling, Ignis said he would actually die in real life. So wait, so it literally is they physically go to this place, or is it the SAO thing? I'm just totally lost at this point. So those are my complaints. It's a lot of just unnecessary stuff, and some of you might say I'm nitpicking, but I kind of just want my Yu-Gi-Oh! To be Yu-Gi-Oh! So how was everything else? Pretty good. I just wanted to get all that off my chest. The rest of this was good. The duel itself was pretty fun. It's the standard fare for beginning duels. Like, they all kind of show off the new mechanic, give an idea of the main character's playstyle, his deck. He's got to face a 3,000 attack point monster. All of that is pretty standard, and this follows that, but it still made it a lot of fun. I like a lot of the Cyverse monsters, so that was really good. I like the fact that most of it was hand-drawn. We'll get into the CGI in a minute. But I thought all in all it was a really good duel, and I liked a lot of the other elements in it too. I love the scene when Yusaku, even though I don't understand why he has to die, but I like the scene when he falls off the board and Aoi/Blue Angel saves him, because it gives her a form of relevance. Like, it makes her important, and also I think there's a lot of fun things you can do with the idea that you aren't just stationary. You can fall. You can get hurt. Stuff can get happened. You can run into a building. That stuff was neat too. And the data storm, even though I'm still not entirely sure what it is, I thought that was a cool scene when he goes in there and he lists his I like that they brought the 3 things idea back from the last episode. I feel like we didn't even need the exposition dump about him and the other guy last episode. You probably could have just revealed it all here, but it was still pretty cool. And then he gets Decode Talker, and then it comes out, and it looks freaking badass. Another thing I love about Decode Talker in this is the way it's used with CG. I'm pretty certain Decode is all CGI, but I think they did it, guys. I think they finally perfected it. It looks awesome. I still think Decode Talker kind of looks like Buster Blader's little brother, but I thought it was a really cool use of the card. I like the fact that the card's effects were put into play, and I thought that was really fun too. So all in all, I thought this was a pretty standard fare. There are some problems. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about, I love the back and forth between Yusaku and Ignis. I just love the way these 2 characters talk to each other. A lot of people I know have been worrying that this was going to be the same thing as Yuma and Astral. It very clearly isn't, and I really enjoyed that. It's almost kind of like Lethal Weapon meets Abbott and Costello in a weird way, if that makes any sense. But their back and forth is great in this episode. It really is ingenious to make Yusaku so straightforward if you're just going to have a real funny guy next to him. So all in all, yeah, a pretty enjoyable time. It has some problems, and I know those problems won't affect everyone, if anybody, but they kind of bugged me. I still want to know more what's going on. I still want to see more of everyone else, but hey, we keep going week to week, and that's how we do things. And now it's time for the TCG question of the week. Since I already bashed Duel Links in this, I want to know, what do you guys think of Duel Links? I apologize if I've said that, if I've asked that before, or if I've talked about Duel Links before. I don't really remember, but I want to know, do you think the app is good? Do you think it's bad? And as always, click to like and click to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.